I have an announcement. Many of you are probably expecting this. As of today, Almighty Suspect will no longer be a host.
There's some serious drama going on at No Jumper, man. This is a part of it right here. If you haven't seen the other videos so far, click that video right here or go look at the related videos. Either way, it'll be there. We got some news with Almighty Suspect. I'm going to let Adam break it down right here. Not looking too good for that boy.
I have an announcement. Many of you are probably expecting this. As of today, Almighty Suspect will no longer be a host on No Jumper. For anyone who's living,
bro, I really figured that would be what would happen yesterday, seeing that. But like, come on, bro, for that to actually be the outcome is kind of sad. Like, I really enjoy Suspect being on the pod. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? Did you like Suspect on the pod? I thought he was a dope addition. Thought he was a good enough host. You know what I'm saying? Better than some.
Ground. There was a confrontation last night between Brandon, aka Bucci Bear, aka Dark.
If you haven't seen that already, go ahead and watch this video on it. Brandon talks about it. I react to it.
Resulted in both spit flying and
second time spits flowed.
Pulled out.
Third time.
Both of these are infractions that I fear we just cannot tolerate as a business. You know, many times over the past couple of years, I've looked back at the Kelpie incident and I have felt like I was a little too lenient. Like, I feel like that incident, even though we managed to skate, essentially.
You only skated by because you threw a little money. And in this situation, you're probably only skating by because you're going to throw a little money. They're either going to hire Brandon or give Brandon a settlement bag. And if I was Brandon, I wouldn't take either one. I'd sue the fuck out of No Jumper. This shit would be my podcast now. Again, I'd walk away from this shit with a super bag because they endangered you. You could have died on camera at No Jumper. And it seems like a setup. In my opinion, it seems like Adam. My cat just invaded. In my opinion, it seems like Adam left, didn't have control over his employees as he was gone, and whoever he left to facilitate shit didn't facilitate shit well enough, because even Suspect said he did not know that bro was going to be on there until about like 2 hours earlier, a couple hours earlier that morning. If they already have beef and they've already got situations and static and shit like that going on, why would whoever's producing this podcast put them together? You know what I mean? That sounds like a setup for a dynamic podcast with crazy interactions, you know what I'm saying? Static and all of that, you know, an entertaining pod, but also something that can result in a situation like what we saw where somebody almost ended someone else's life. Someone almost lost their life on camera, on live, bro. And this is wild. If I was Brandon, honestly, I would walk away from this shit with a super bag, not a little ass settlement.
Because we got Kelpie to sign off on suing us. I think it was extremely lenient of us to not fire Sus at that time.
And the fact that they were lenient is exactly why it ended up being the way that it is right now. Dude almost lost their life because y'all were super, super lenient. You should have fired, bro, at that point, I guess.
And I'm not going to lie, there's been a couple of times since then, in particular with the whole Jalise thing, where it really, really felt like he was on the border of attacking her. That got a little scary for me and made me feel like, Jesus Christ, maybe this is not.
They're trying to say that they think Suspect would have attacked and beat up a woman. Is that what Adam is saying? Adam thinks that Suspect would have attacked and beat up a woman live on camera as well. So that he's trying to say Suspect is like Sharp, because that's the allegation that they used to put on Sharp, is that Sharp used to go at these women so crazy they looked like he was going to beat their ass on camera. They're saying Suspect is like Sharp.
I feel like we just can't tolerate that kind of stuff in here. It's just way over the line. I have nothing against him. I told him I have nothing bad to say about him. I'm not going to come on here and trash him. I'm not going to treat him like a Sharp or anything like that. But
see,
as a business, the liability associated with having somebody on camera who we have like essentially no assurance is not going to fly off the handle like that.
No confirmation that bro's not gonna just
it's just too big of a risk, and it's just not the kind of platform that I want to run at this point. I mean, honestly, the loose cannon situation has been a very bad look.
Look at Flacco's face. It's funny to see this because Flacco originally wanted to get Suspect out of here the first time he spit on Kelpie. Flacco got pussy then and wanted Suspect to finally happen.
For the brand,
comes to fruition.
There's definitely been artists who are just straight up like scared to come here to do interviews because of the fact that they seen that clip and they just feel like violence is just a normal everyday thing here. So that incident from last night, not a good look, and we just have to take sort of decisive action in order to avoid that. Now, was Brandon instigating? I think that's fair to say. But that being said, instigating with words is one thing. And if maybe this had been brought to me afterwards and it had been said like, oh, look at the way that Brandon was talking to him, blah, 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 maybe then it would have been a conversation. But the reality is that Sus is the one who got physical with it. And
Tempted to get. I mean, yeah,
to me, it's
spit on
it's
him.
an
My
easy
fault.
decision.
That's
If it had been the spit alone or the knife alone,
hell no,
it would have been an
hell no, Adam. If it was the spit alone or the knife alone, either one of those is
easy decision.
bad.
It being both of them
Oh, either one is easy. My fault, y'all. Shouldn't pause.
at the same time, you know, it's an easy decision. Now,
Gotta
I
go, my
will
boy.
address this narrative that I know that a lot of people are going to probably want to run with, since apparently Flacco ran with it in his video. Lush, do you feel like you're at fault?
Not at all.